Oke guys, lanjut ke game kedua ya, antara Homebois melawan dari Team Spirit, tim L pengacara guys ya. Oke lah, kita lihat aja guys, apakah bisa satu sama atau malah 2-0 guys. Kita lihat aja lah ya. CB pakai Joy dan Mar, dia pakai Link. Tapi di sini Angelanya tadi di ban guys ya.
With a clean sweep, Zorn, as always, trying to force out the retrieve from Mar, gets it, no problem.
I definitely want to see Kid Bomba playing as a Thamus to really step up his game, because we know that Thamus is ultimately really strong at dueling. So as long as Kid Bomba constantly attack and damage over and over again, it is very tough for him to die, and he will be able to go off of very good trades against the opponents. That is, of course, with that all said and done, Thamus' main weakness is to crowd control, which is something that Homebois does have quite a bit, especially with his penalty zone.
I mean, Zorn is just eating up all the damage as well. Thamus, he does scale off pretty hard as the later the game goes, right? He's strong for the first 10 to 12 minutes, especially when he has Vengeance. So we'll see if I mean, how much can Kid Bomba do? It definitely relies on him to somehow get a lead. 30 more seconds until the first turtle spawns, and Chibi is gonna be right on the mark with the timing.
Yep. Down in the EXP lane, it's definitely gonna be a pretty boring game, because both of them is always gonna be hiding. They don't want to give any free kills over to their opponent's side. You don't want to recall in this kind of dire situation, especially since the turtle is gonna be popping out in 10 seconds. Your presence is very much expected to make a very big mark in the battles. Especially since Team Spirit, they play a lot on crowd control. With Hiko as well as Sawo, they need to find a lot of these damage output coming in from someone else. And in this case, it has to be Kid Bomba as well as Sunset.
Sawo ini masih stay pakai Tigreal mulu guys ya. Hiko pun masih pakai Ruby Goldland guys. Ini masih percaya draft gini guys. Waduh, gila sih. Gue pikir game kedua ini akan ada perubahan guys ya, ternyata enggak loh. Perubahannya ada di Kid Bomba ya. Normal.
With that final slash actually being used, Team Spirit understandably would want to take a little bit more of that total control, just so that they know it's not gonna be that big of a problem anymore. But Team Spirit's Ling is actually quite a fair bit away from the objective. So Team Spirit, I think that they are trying to look for something else here. They might have something more interesting.
CB. Hey, CB, nice banget CB.
And it's going to be just everyone on top of Support, and that is just first blood going over to Udil. A double kill for him as well. The artillery strikes just too devastating.
Sunset Lover picking up that feathered airstrike definitely been quite devastating to Homebois, but not quite enough, I gotta have to say. 2-1 is the current scoreline, and Homebois do have 1,000 gold advantage. In the meantime,
Udilnya guys, sambil aja guys.
Blazing duet from Ness also. Sunset Lover actually goes down, so Net picks up a kill.
Kalennya malah mati guys.
That could not have gone any better.
So with that all said and done, top lane, they are still going at it.
Maro now is the next target, gets clipped by the final slash, and Chibi finds that kill.
Gila sih guys, ditas-tasin aja guys ya.
It's just all about aggression from Homebois, and luckily they are playing that out. They're constantly trying to look up for this kind of pick potentials and trying to go for kills over
Thunderbolt udah diamankan oleh Kid Bomba.
But it relies a lot onto Zorn. His movements have gotta be on par, and Team Spirit, I think that Team Spirit is just lacking onto that mirror capability, whereby Sawo is not exactly trying to look out for where Zorn is, especially since Zorn is one of the main playmakers of Homebois. If you're able to see where Zorn is constantly going about, you can actually avoid a lot of very potential team fights that would catch the side lanes off guard.
I think right now it's also, Homebois in the zone as well, and that means that they can only get deadlier. Even Chibi finds winning that by Sabo, stuck to the explosion, but there's no follow-up. Still a better airstrike. Is it going to be enough? Well, seems like it is sufficient. They pick up the kill on Chibi. Maro gets out as well. Higo able to find a catch. Zorn reels him in. Zorn flickers, Vengeance heals back up in time. The great escape of Zorn. Both teams trading one.
really crazy movements coming from Zone. The only one that went down, understandably, is gonna be Chibi. And Homeboys have managed to get a good amount of trade on top of Team Spirit. And Turtle is still up right now. So one turtle to the side of Homeboys, and this upcoming turtle is understandably gonna be quite a big mark to Team Spirit if they want to get themselves back into the game and really be able to contest against Homeboy. Especially since we're looking at a jungler for Marl, currently at level 8 and Chibi at level 9. It will be a tougher challenge for Team Spirit if
Waduh, penalty zone. Ih, Chibi-nya dapat loh guys.
Keep everyone away. Chibi gets the turtle and now better strike artillery support from Udil.
Kit bomba.
Find a kill onto Sabo. Kit
Kit
bomba in the
bomba.
midst of things, trying to tank it all out. Sunset Lover with his own better air strike. Was
Hiko,
not
Hiko,
enough.
Hiko, Hiko,
Kit
Hiko,
bomba
Hiko.
ends up going down.
Hiko,
Udil
mati
watching
guys.
the turn. Hiko chased down to the ends of the earth. Next
Hey.
one is double kill. And Subba just stands there and takes the beating. He doesn't even go down. And Chibi,
Mar,
he is not safe at all. Loses everything. Homeboys.
Wah, GG si Big. Gila, itu sakit banget, bos. Mana teriakannya, bos? Mana teriakannya, bos? Aduh.
And that is understandably going to further
guys ya.
the amount of gold that Homeboys have got in their pockets. Team Spirit not having a great time in the early game, and understandably based on their lineup, they're not exactly a team that will be extremely happy into the late stages too.
I mean, when you look at this replay, right? Team Spirit, Mar, he was looking for the perfect opportunity. Well, Sunset Lover was looking for the perfect opportunity to use the ult, but Mar just does not have the health to fight. And Chibi just got a Sky Piercer, so good luck surviving 10,000 volts from this Pikachu. Gonna completely just one-shot you. Not really sure how Team Spirit is gonna deal with that though, now that the current ultimate for Joy does not have fall-off damage, so it's gonna hurt even more.
9-2 is the current scoreline. Team Spirit, they want to look for more of these kills and these advantages, especially since they are killing potential in for Marl and Kit Bomba in the later stages. Sunset Lover, especially picking up that Feathered Airstrike, is one of the main names of the game that we want.
Fight Airstrike-nya, bos. Aduh, Kit Bomba. Kan Iko, waduh. Gila, aduh. Tinggal Mal doang guys, itu pun Mal kalau ikutan war mungkin aja nyusul guys ya. Kali.
Down for the second time. We do have at least Marl trying to go for a trade for what they have lost already. So at least the tier 1 in the bottom lane is taken down. Marl is still trying to look for external ways to get themselves income. Since teamfight is not something that they can get their income anymore.
Gelo ya guys ya, gelo guys, buset.
Gotta have to be from money bags from the turrets.
Even final slash to force out Marl's Tempest of Blade. Just get this purple buff though at least. Homeboys will get the turtle for sure. I don't see Team Spirit contesting them in any capacity. In the driver's seat though, like what, 4,000 gold lead for Homeboys right now.
CB.
Team Spirit, they don't have a lineup that once again is all that amazing in wave clear. They do
tinggal nunggu Lordnya aja sih di sini guys.
Understandably, if Hiko have decided
tinggal nunggu Lord, ambil Lord end guys. Mungkin gitu ya.
Damage items, they can clear with pretty okay, but it all boils down to time. Hiko as a Ruby with 0 kills, 2 death and 1 assist, how far of an item can he actually get for himself? But in the meantime, we do have the replay coming up. Once again, it's always been Sapat. Sapat's ultimate and all the penalty zones is always super crucial that breaks apart Team Spirit's lineups. And whenever they wanted to do something, Sapat comes in and puts a break to all of that.
He is the hidden MVP for sure, right? His sets have been immaculate. Homeboy is taking control of almost the entire map. Marl trying to pick up scraps, obviously, to get a split push going and make sure that Homeboys always have ways that they need to fix.
Mar, yeah. Nggak jadi balik guys, buset. Woi, ya langsung mati bos.
The tip of the spear from Zorn is just lethal.
Waduh.
Oh boy.
Ini sih bakalan jadi mimpi buruk Coach L pengacara guys ya.
Jump from obstacles to obstacles. Was hoping that his recall will be able to go off well, but that map, that map
game, bro,
as well as those just Nats doing Nats things, I gotta have to say. He have very good idea of where his opponents is, and boy oh boy, Homeboys, they may actually be able to get a very convincing 2-1 off of Team Spirit.
Yeah, this 2-0 looking more and more realistic.
Homeboys
14-3 so far. Lord coming up, but I don't see how Team Spirit can even contest the Lord, right? With we're starting to get to the stage of the game where this Stamos is going to eventually have a sprinter drop off. You know, he's like someone who ages rapidly, right? He's very strong when he's in his youth, but he also falls off very, very quickly.
Especially since as a Thamus, you want to hit in order to not die. It's very counterintuitive, but that is literally the case of Thamus. So if you're unable to stay alive even with your Quadrant Inferno and just hammering away with your corrosive scythe, what more can you do? The only thing that you can do is do a couple of damage and then you die a horrible
Udah pasti
death.
Lord dari bawah ya.
Lordnya
lewat dari bawah, terus kita lihat aja guys, mau di drop langsung atau tunggu Lord selanjutnya, bro.
Meaning Udil as well as Chibi. These two magic damage dealers really need to go, but I don't think that Team Spirit really have an answer to these two at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, unless Mark can get to the back line and kind of one-shot them, right? Or Hiko finds a good catch, but even then, it's a lot to ask for. Mid-tier 2 under siege.
Wih, malah Scroll udah diamankan oleh Hiko.
Hold on to the structure, but it's just not feasible. And even Mar, he has to give up the top side a little bit, right? He's doing his best to keep that minion wave under control, but Support is just gonna cut the wave as well. So top side is gonna be equalized, but Homebois still sieging in the mid and bot.
Fire Drive Strike.
Just gonna be pillaging down to the bottom lane, and Udil using up the feathered airstrike. Homebois is posturing themselves to get a inhibitor down in the bottom lane, and Team Spirit can't even come in.
Rusak klipnya guys.
So it's really an unfortunate situation from Team Spirit, but at least one thing that they
masih
can
bisa
do
defend
is
ya.
bring down this baby Lord, which doesn't have a charge, and Homebois have got more than just a bonus.
Itu Son,
I think the saddest thing for Mar is that, okay, wait, Zorn figures safety, but yeah, I think the saddest thing for Mar is, as much as he tries to pressure the wave top side, it gets cut by Homeboy, so he ends up getting nothing, and he's gonna lose his tier 2 after so long, after all that effort.
Bodoh cepat.
Homeboys as well. Zorn looking for a pick, ain't gonna find it though. Again, flick a penalty zone on the
Hiko, lu malah masuk, weh.
He's able to get out, and Hiko in the midst of things. Ocean gets used by Savo, but the electrocution from Chibi is just way too strong. 10,000 volts and 2 kills for Homeboys.
And now even the bottom lane's mega creep just marching in and threatening the throne. So Homeboys will take this middle lane.
Duh, Sunset Lover yang mati guys.
Chibi fighting Sunset Lover.
Fight Strike-nya guys. Wah, udah sih. GG cuy. Udah Winter. Cepat kelas. GG guys ya, gelo. Langsung goyang-goyang gitu bos. Siapa itu guys? Snatch kah? Cepat coy. Antara Cepat sama Net sih, sumpah.
Being able to get a 2-0 on top of Team Spirit.
Gelo guys ya.
Previous series, we are also looking at NIP Flash that managed to get themselves a 2-0.
Aduh guys, aduh gimana nih bro? El Kabur tiba-tiba guys, aduh, bye-bye lah.